The ocean sprays, the birds speak. We look inside and rise in peace, eyes open to realize hope as we walk in beauty wherever the path leads. Creator is guiding me on this journey. That's all I need. Warmth beneath my feet as I look into the skies. Tears fill my eyes, and love fills my mind. The drum sounding so astounding, heart pounding with relief. Ears open to catch the lessons, 5 fingers counting my blessings. I believe with time and effort we can achieve.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dan and Rhino again for another episode of Coffee Time. Thank you guys for joining us in here.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Jane.
Oh.
Thanks for all the tags.
Cheers to coffee and cheers to coffee.
Travis, hey, what's going on, Travis? Morning, Tanya. Hope everybody's having
what's
a
up,
great
Travis?
Sunday. Please hit that like, love, reaction button while you're way in here. Get your coffee and some cannabis, and we're gonna have a good morning here. We already got the saxophone music playing, so I feel like the groove's going. I really like digging this this music I found. You can't ever go wrong with a little bit of saxophone music. I appreciate the
What up,
saxophone
John?
very much. What's going on, Travis? Good morning, Doris. Jane Doe, thanks for the tags. Good morning, Christina. Let's get this giveaway going. I love giving away.
I'm not. Sorry. I'm not able to comment for some reason.
You break your
Stream over
StreamYard.
here. Huh?
So did you break StreamYard?
I must have. I'm gonna refresh and I'll be right back.
It's fine. We're gonna give away another bottle of Lion's Mane as always. Good morning, Terry. How you doing? Very welcome, Deb. Hope you enjoy it. I did a mass ship out yesterday. So a lot of people should be getting a lot of their orders. I've shipped out 8 items yesterday. For all the giveaways for the last week, I had to play catch up. Good morning, everybody.
Hey, there's comments. I can see y'all now. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Christina, Gabby, Shauna, Danelle, Deb Rose, Terry Breiler, all y'all. Good morning.
Look, finish tagging a few more people. I haven't even tagged them in the groups.
Yep. I shared
Today
it.
we're gonna
Misfit Island.
Well, thank you. And today we're going to talk about a little bit about forgiveness, which is one of those hard things to do in today's society, that's for sure. We'll turn that music down. Even people today struggle to forgive themselves, and that seems to be what the biggest problem in our society is we can't seem to forgive ourselves. Where am I at here? There we go. Is that something you struggle with too, Rasta?
Not so much at other people. I found out that having ADHD is hard for me to hold a grudge. But I don't forget things. But I do used to be resentful, and whenever I was in my addiction and untreated mental health, I had resentment's like drinking poison expecting the other person to die. And it was hard forgiving other people because I would hold that resentment. But once I looked at my part in it and found out what my part was, I was able to own up to my part, forgive the other person for their part, whether they accept it or not, or whether they, meant anything, any remorse or anything. It wasn't for them. I found out forgiveness is for me. And it's not to let that other person off, it's to get peace of mind for myself. And it's I used to struggle with it bad, but now the only thing I struggle with forgiveness is forgiving myself sometimes. And that's where I'm at in my recovery, learning to do that, to forgive myself for some of the stupid shit I did in the past. Not necessarily to other people, because I did my amends, but what I've done to myself. But I'm being gentle with myself along the way. I'm not beating me up or nothing. Just getting down to the causes and conditions, learning why I couldn't forgive myself, and it's been a really good journey. The psychedelic journey's been helping with it, and just getting there. So for not knowing, that's a good one. Right on, Becca. Forgiveness to ourselves for not knowing.
Sure, I've actually used the psychedelic therapy too to help forgive some people, and it's really hard because I held a grudge against my parents for the longest time, and then I realized that there's nothing good comes from holding grudges against even your family members. And I'm definitely very different than the rest of my family. And for a while, I didn't like the fact that my family kind of shunned me, but now I understand that, some people are just different. It's hard to, communicate with your family. And sometimes you just have to forgive and forget and just, move forward instead of holding a grudge against people,
Oh, absolutely. And I want to touch on this for a second, what Macy said, because, I use cannabis in my recovery as well as, a lot of us use it medically and recreational. But, this right here is one of the biggest reasons I use cannabis is because when I get mad or upset, I can smoke, not necessarily to get over it, but it allows me to calm my mind to where I can deal with the situation better and more calmly with clear set of eyes rather than all that chaotic squirrel fucking pissed off. The cannabis helps me calm down and gather clear thoughts, and I love that. Thanks for bringing that up, Macy. And then just stay away from the toxicity. Correct. If that be the situation.
Social media, that definitely feeds bad parts of us. And then it makes it harder to forgive people because we actually see things that we see so much of people on Facebook. It's more than we ever had in like the 90s. We didn't have access to people's thoughts and mind like we do now.
Right. Morning Pothead 18.5 and 17. Hi, Hallycat.
I feel like it's even more harder nowadays because of social media. It's just we're like a front row seat to somebody's life sometime and what their thoughts and stuff. And I'd rather not have that. Back in the 90s, it was a lot different. We actually had friendships and talked about it. We didn't have access to a lot of that stuff.
What up, Perry Wood? Hey, Perry, just while I got you here, next time you get a chance, send me your phone number. That way, if we ever need to talk, we can talk. Just bullshitting, nothing serious, whatever. But yeah, I was trying to get a hold of you. That way I can call and say, hey, fucker, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Tim McCahill, McChilly in the house.
What's going on?
I don't know if Holly Cat heard me, but hi, Holly Cat.
What's going on, Sunshine State?
Speaking of Holly, hi, Holly. I was talking about the cat, and that's why I say Holly Cat, because if Sunshine's in here, I got to clarify which one.
What's going on? How you doing, Patty?
Hi, Smart. Right on, cool. Thanks, Barry. Appreciate you, brother. That's the thing, eventually I want to get phone numbers from people, because the other week or whatever, whenever the Facebook was shut down, I was like, well, fuck, how am I going to check on my people? My friends are out there and I can't say hi. They can't say hi. I'm like, well, fuck. So I realized how much social media plays a part in my life, especially now that I've been up here since became Rasta Rhino, digital creator page, so it was weird and kind of awkward and a little scary at the moment, it's weird how much we can, we don't realize how much we miss something until it's not there.
Yep, I always have some available. Sunshine, there's some on there. If it actually says it's on back order, that just sometimes it's not. I have some that I haven't put on the website yet, but I never run out of it. In fact, I actually am backstocked now with all the supplements now. So yeah, you're welcome to order a big bottle.
So any of you guys out there, if you're comfortable with it and you don't mind, send me your phone number. And then whenever I get it, I will send you a text with my name. And that way we'll have our digits. I know that's kind of old school, but I'm old school, so you never know when the shit's gonna go down, y'all. And if you feel comfortable enough, send me your address.
Yep, that's fine, Sunshine.
Too. You never know. I'm gonna be doing some traveling the next few years, and me and the wife might stop by and say hi. You never know.
Me and Rasta both are. Once I get that car, I'll probably be seeing Rasta moves to Missouri. You'll probably be seeing him a lot more. Because I go that direction a lot more than I go, to the direction that you live. I very rarely.
Yeah, you have no reason to come over this way. I mean, except for a visit. I get that. But what?
If I drive 3 hours into Missouri, I can be in the Ozarks, and that's a lot better place than anywhere in Illinois.
Yeah, no shit.
I love Lake of the Ozarks. I will always love that place, and a lot of other people do as well.
Holly, I will drive through Florida one day because I want to go down to where I was born, which is Avon Park, Florida. Sebring.
Hey, Keisha, how you doing?
Highland County. Keisha, yeah, hi, babe. How you doing today?
He's old.
But yeah, I'll be all over the place. No, you are not. Because if you are old, that means I'm old. And you are not old. You're a puma. Deal with it. I love you too, by the way. I miss Macy.
By the way, we got 21 people in the entry, 27 people watching. Please hit that like, love, share, reaction button, please. And to get in that giveaway as well for that lion's mane. And is anybody else love to go to the Lake of the Ozarks that's listening? I know we have some people in Missouri who love that area too. But I'm a Cancer, so I love water. But not like the Mississippi River water, because that's just some nasty brown water. Even though Lake of the Ozarks in some places is just as polluted. But
see, my dad, when I was a kid, he used to call me Flip keeper because he can never keep me out of the water. I don't get in it as much as I used to. I mean, I love swimming and stuff. I probably will more when I go to Missouri because there's more lakes and rivers and stuff like that. And also I want to get a gym membership and start doing aquatics, calisthenics and stuff, and build up my back and stuff so I can actually go do stuff a little bit more and maybe do some therapy outside of the water. And I know in physical therapy it helped me a lot whenever I did that aquatic therapy. Yeah, you know, forgiveness. We was talking about that. I had some of you might know, but back in 2006, I told the story before, where I got the shit beat out of me. I was passed out behind a bar, and some guy put the boot to me while I was passed out. And long story short, I was in coma for a while, and I had a resentment over this guy for years. And when I got into sobriety and recovery, my sponsor said, he goes, let me think about this. He says, what would you, how much time each day do you think you spend thinking about that resentment and that guy? I don't know. I think about at least once a day. So he says about 3 minutes, right? I said, yeah, well, that's safe to say. And he added up and we figured out how much time that was a year. It was fucking hours. And he goes, now, how long do you think that guy spent thinking about you? I said, probably maybe 5 minutes. He goes, I doubt even that. He says, you know, he says, that's the thing is it's like drinking poison, expecting the other person to die. And I'm better off is accepting that situation as it was, look at my part in it, take care of it, and then let the situation go. Leave it, let go and let God, or let go just for whatever you do. And that's one of the things that helps me is, you know, if I think of that thought, how much time am I actually spending on this when that other person's not even spending any time? You know, and like I said, forgiveness isn't for them, it's for me. You found a dried up mushroom already.
Yeah, they're down south.
I don't know if you can do this or not, Perry, but I had a guy one time had some dried up mushrooms. He picked it and crumbled it up, and he spread it over in an area where they might possibly grow. And next year, or every year after that, he got them. Yay! What's up, sweet cheeks?
Hope you're having a great day over there in Ohio. And I know some people got a lot of snow last night, but I don't know where the borderline was.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I'm on the other side of it. I didn't see any snow, thank God. But I feel bad for you guys if you got snow. But you probably it's probably good. We're in a drought right now in our area, so we probably could have used snow, but not good for roofing. I'm not trying mushrooms. Well, which kind of mushrooms? We got this kind of mushrooms here. This is actually a bag that I bought from another company. It's got 10 mushrooms in it. 10 different mushrooms.
Wow.
A couple oyster species. So there's a lot of different mushrooms. I'm assuming you're talking about psychedelic mushrooms, Lisa. No snow, 31 degrees though. That's awful. Hey, what's going on, Alex? Alex Jordan in the house, Mythic Genetics. We got snow here in New York. So I'm assuming Chuck Rock got some snow too. Over there in that New York, North Dakota. Yeah, but I get probably used to it in North Dakota. Probably get snow all the way through April. Hell yeah, Tanya, that's pretty cool. So lion's mane, and from my understanding, lion's mane and the reishi also has a little bit of effect on depression as well. So that's why I'll be excited when I start offering my 3-mix capsule, which I hope to have in a couple days. And it'll be the reishi, turkey tail, lion's mane, it mixed in one capsule that you just take it once. And I think it'll be a lot better than just taking the lion's mane and actually addressing those depression issues, because the turkey tail is also a prebiotic which offers gut health, which really helps treat the underlying a lot of people's anxiety. So I really think those 3 mushrooms alone can be really beneficial to depression if you don't want to, take psychedelic. Took that lion's mane this morning.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just got the reishi. I got all the reishi. Got reishi, lion's mane, and turkey tail now in stock, and now I just need to learn how to mix it and then capsule it up in the mix. So, but obviously, when it's in a capsule and 3 mushrooms, you got to take a little bit more to get your recommended dosage.
Baby, I would love to get you. This is my wife, guys. In case you don't know, I don't just call everybody baby. Yeah, I would love to get you off of some of the pharmaceuticals and on some of this other stuff. That's why we're kind of introducing it. I've been getting it, and she was interested, so now she's taking the lion's mane, and I believe it's been helping her a little bit. So as it goes through and gets more in her system, and taken on a regular basis, hopefully we can introduce other things. And I don't know. We'll see how it goes, buddy.
Yeah, I've been reading into it more, and there's a lot of complex. There's a lot of things in these mushrooms that aren't anywhere else in nature. So there are words that I can't say that are found in like turkey tail mushrooms that are antioxidants, and they're really only contained in this mushroom. So the turkey tail mushroom is very specific to what it actually offers with antioxidants. That nothing else really in nature has the same thing.
Get a hold of me, Ralph. Send me a message, and I'll get back to you here in a minute. Or after the show.
So this one study, like I said, one study actually detected over 35 different phenolic compounds in turkey tail extract, which is responsible for, it's basically an antioxidant, antibacterial killer. And it has 35 different compounds in it that can do that. So, that's a lot.
Yeah, no shit.
The fact that turkey tail can improve your immune system that much by offering those 35 different antioxidants. So if you ever do order, you're gonna get this pamphlet. I actually just finished it yesterday. So it actually shows all the information on what turkey tail does. So when you buy from me, you're not only gonna get educated, of what it is, and actually there's scientific studies that are mentioned in here, to let you know that they actually are proven to do what they do. So, I think mushroom treatment.
Ralph, I got to get some more stuff to infuse. Once I do, then I'll be good to go. Hopefully Wednesday, if not sooner.
For sure, Tanya.
But yeah, soon, Ralph, we're all going to be infused, and I'll figure out a new price because I'll have to figure out how much I put in it and all that stuff. But it'll be well worth it.
Yeah, that's why I think gut supplement or mushroom supplements are the future of a lot of treatments. There's a reason Chinese used it for thousands of years. And now it's becoming prevalent again in our society, where you see mushroom coffees, you see mushrooms, popping up. But in other countries, mushrooms are a big part of society. Like if you go to Chinese culture, you can buy mushrooms almost every block. There's mushrooms everywhere to eat. And you come to the States and they're just not as prevalent, or not, people aren't as educated on them. But they do offer so many benefits that we're just becoming familiar with as Americans. So that's why I'm here.
I don't believe that it's an enhancement for that.
Turkey tail does.
Turkey tail does.
Turkey tail may increase exercise performance. There was a study done that it can actually help you lift better, and then recover afterwards. So turkey tail does offer some benefits to using when you exercise, and you're welcome to Google search that psilocybin and read more into it, because it's kind of interesting how there was more to it, how it actually affects your exercise routine.
And Dan, correct me if I'm wrong, but those pamphlets that you have and that information, isn't that same information underneath the item in the website?
Yeah. So the website I actually copied it from there. So yeah, the website actually goes more in depth because I can fit more information on there, obviously. So if you actually go to the website, it actually has a crap load of information on the turkey tail, way more than you'll probably ever need to know. But it's better to know than not to know.
Me too, Tanya. Yeah, his website's got any item that he's got when it comes to that. It gives you good information. That's because if I don't know about it and somebody asks me, I go to his website and they say, I'll either copy and paste it, send it to him, or send them the website.
And don't ever feel offended if you message me asking me for information and I send you to the website, because I put all that on the website for that reason, because obviously I can't sit there and write you 2 pages of information, whenever every time somebody asks.
Oh, so yeah, Silos. I wanted to do that when I was younger, but I was too much of a drunk and wasn't, in shape. I mean, yeah, bar fights and stuff like that, but I just, I never had the discipline enough to stop doing what I was doing like you did in order to train to do that. So I commend you, man. That's awesome.
It's hardcore training.
Yeah, it is. And you have to be in shape, because if not, it's not so much being able, part of it's being able to take a hit and keep going, but the endurance. A lot of people don't realize boxing is 3 minutes a round. If you ever try to sit there and fight for 3 minutes, it's hard. Especially if you're not in shape, because a lot of people don't realize that when you get in a bar fight, it lasts maybe a minute, maybe 2, unless, you got a couple good fighters, and it's going to last a little bit. And then you can tell a lot of times you'll watch that fight, they'll swing and fucking go at it, and then they'll back off a little bit. Kind of, you'll see 2 of them catching your breath. I don't know how many times I'll be like looking at a guy after we beat the shit out of each other, like, are you good? Let's go have a beer. And met good friends that way, so it's really weird. But yeah, there's a lot of stamina involved in that. You betcha, CeeLo.
It says that the improved exercise performance by reducing markers of fatigue, but the study was only done on mice, and the mice had improved exercise performance, reduced fatigue, and they also experienced lower blood sugar levels at rest and post-exercise. So more studies are needed on humans, but usually studies that are done on mice usually correlate to humans, and that's why they actually study mice, because their bodies are similar to ours. But yeah, you have to try it yourself. I love the turkey tail because it just makes me feel good overall. And I know my immune system is going to be up to the challenge every day, because there's germs everywhere. And our immune system.
That's a good thing about these, like the lion's mane and the turkey's tail. Look at your allergies too, of course, always, guys. But, if you look at and take these things, it can't hurt you. It's not something that's going to be harmful to your body if you take it. Of course, check your allergies, stuff like that, and your doctors. But, it's something that, why not try it? If it's not going to hurt you, why not try it? Because it could be beneficial. And that's the way I looked at it anyway, because I'm a skeptic about a lot of shit. Like this Juice Plus, I was a skeptic about that. The lion's mane, the turkey's tail, I had to get that information until I was willing to try it. And I was like, all right, what the hell? I like growing. I like what Alex Jordan said. He says, if you're thinking that you don't start growing because you think you're going to totally fuck everything up, go for it, because the only way is up. You can look at that and be like, all right, I did good.
Jessica, how you doing? Paula, how you doing too? I did not.
Hi, Paula.
You're not finished my shares before. You got that.
What was that from? I almost want to say it was a video game. I don't know. I can't think of where it came from.
We got a few new songs in here. see what else that other song was.
It's okay because I don't have to have the answer to everything. It's okay not to know, you know.
Just my phone just notified me that you're live, Rasta.
Okay. In case you didn't know, there you go.
32 minutes late. Thanks on the notification, Facebook.
Well, I did just sign on to Misfit Island, so.
It must be where the notification is.
I sign on to my page just in case.
Take an ayahuasca. You know how hard that is?
Oh, no, Misfit Island.
Or is that a different thing? Do you mean ayahuasca, Silos? Is that what you're talking about?
Ayahuasca, yeah.
That stuff's really hard to find. And I even know I watched a lot of documentaries about people, and a lot of people go to. What's going on, Sir Steve-O?
If you guys don't know Sir Steve-O, he is awesome. He does some work with Grow Fam. He has certified Army. He does the terp sticks.
There's that terp stick.
Yeah, I love it. This is the cherry pie. And he does Terp Thursdays, you know. That's what I like. I mean, I love Steve-O, period. But I like watching that show because I'm trying to learn about terpenes and the full entourage effect and how they work with mental health and physical health and different medical aspects. So if you guys get a chance, go check him out. And just because he's a cool dude, I mean, hell.
I even know that when Aaron Rodgers used ayahuasca, he actually went to Peru, I think, to do it. So even like athletes and celebrities even have struggle finding ayahuasca, and they usually go to other countries to get it because you have to have 2 ingredients to do it, and it's very hard to come about these 2 ingredients unless you actually live in the area like Peru to make the ayahuasca.
Right.
You're the first person I've ever heard that actually said they had access to it, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can get anything. You just got to be careful. Make sure you're getting the right thing.
Well, it's probably easier to get if you live along the border, because I think a lot of times it's imported. Like if there aren't people in our country making it, it's imported from somewhere else.
Oh, sure.
Probably live near the border, probably easier to get.
I don't know if that's something you can like grow in a lab or anything like that. So I'm sure it's got to be imported.
They all make it in this this old process. If you watch it, they boil this stuff, and it's a really complex process. But if you watch Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia, it's a TV show that was on Vice TV for a while. It had like 10 episodes. There's one episode about ayahuasca on there, and he actually records the process of how they make it in Brazil or Peru.
Right. Well, I understand the processing part. I mean, the actual ingredients are not grown in the
But it's pretty cool, the process they made it, and then talking to the people who make it, who call it medicine, and they say that, you know, they're curing people, that it's not a drug, and I mean, they truly are. A lot of these people have experiences that change their lives forever, so I would call that medicine as well.
And that just goes to show you, you know, the different perceptions that different cultures, the cultural diversity of different things and beliefs and perceptions. You know, they look at it as a medicine, whereas, you know, our government looks at it as a drug. You know, so I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but, you know, it just goes to show you how different governments or different cultures see different things, substances different.
Right. Appreciate it, Tim. Hey, Kim, how you doing?
Right on, McTilly. Much love, my brother.
And Sir Steve-O, your beard looks badass. I saw you did a trim on it. Nothing like a little fresh spring upgrade to your. He trimmed his beard. I don't know if you saw it.
I seen that, and he trimmed he shaved the side of his head too. Looks good. Looking spiffy, mister. But yeah, I'm not sure. I thought about trimming this back here, but then I'd have to grow it back out again. And right now it's all one length all the way around. I ain't sure I want to get rid of that part yet.
Cheers. Cheers,
everybody.
Smoking. So I'm actually thinking this is blueberry muffin more than turple. So I'm going to say I'm smoking blueberry muffin. I think I got the plants confused. Because the more this stuff cures, the more it smells like blueberries. I think I just kind of got a different variant of it. Maybe I grew it slightly different. What else is everybody else smoking this morning?
I was gonna roll a Rasta log, but I figured I'd save them.
I had some Starbucks this morning too. I was out of coffee, so Starbucks sounded okay. Other than that, it's expensive coffee now.
Yeah, speaking of though, guys, I do have Rasta logs available. If anybody's ever, just PM me. We'll talk about that in PMs or DMs, whatever you call it these days.
Hell yeah, Tim! I love my job. I actually don't even sometimes feel like it is a job, because I'm not only am I friends with the owner, but I feel like I'm very well respected at the job I have, and he tells me a lot how much he appreciates me, and I definitely am enjoying the new job for sure. And that's why I always thought I was going to do mushroom farming, but now I have this job where I make good money and have all these other things that come with it.
What up, home? Feel it?
Hope everybody else is having a great beginning of the year too. We're already almost into the 4th month, so we're already what? If I can do my math right, we're 3rd way through the year. Well, once the 4th month's over.
Deb, Rasta log is just a big fat hand rolled joint by me, and it's a 1.5 grams or more. But once I get dabs, I'll probably start introducing those.
Smoking some blobs.
But regular Rasta logs are 2 for $30, or 4 for $50. If you're interested, give me a holler. Just hit me in my messenger. It's always good. You can ask around. Devo's had them, Dan's had them.
Yeah.
But next week I'll start infusing them, and I'll have a different price for those because, of course, I'm going to infuse with nothing but Brooklyn boys exclusively because I'm spoiled and I love their shit. They're good stuff.
Yeah, I think I might partake in an ounce of it soon.
Nice.
Get an ounce of some Brooklyn boys. A couple weeks.
Cindy, you have a wonderful day.
May you have a good day, Cindy.
Yep. Ralph's had him. He likes them.
I like how he explained it in millimeters. That's like,
I know, right?
We're all. Is he a metric? Because usually we see.
Ralph deals with stones and stuff, so he's probably got micrometers and stuff, and he probably checks stuff like that out. That's cool. I've never had a mic on my Roscoe.
Usually don't see people say millimeters unless they're from not from the U.S.
Oh, well, Ralph also deals with a lot of little stuff like silver and gold, and goes into increments, and that a lot of times they do use metric.
With mushroom farming, I've had to kind of learn metric too, so a lot of the metric techniques of mushroom farming are explained from other people from other countries. I'm a mechanic, so it fits the socket size. There you go.
There you go. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, now you get these socket sets, and they all got metric and American.
Yeah, mine has standard and metric up to I don't know, 3/4 inch, I think.
Almost all directions don't ever explain it in millimeters. It's always like half-inch socket, 3/8 socket. I couldn't even tell you what that is in millimeters.
No. And I can't look because they're lined up on the edge, like the socket parts in my socket set. It's not like I can go 3/4 and go across and get the right one. I wish they would put like over here what the closest one is.
I hope your headache goes away, Tanya.
Yeah, me too, hon. I know for me, I rub the back of my ears. Back here, and then up here behind my ears on my head. That for me, that helps. I don't know. Just to relieves it. Doesn't get rid of it, but it eases it up a little bit. Oh, good
morning,
morning,
Mary
Mary Ann.
Mary Ann.
Hope you're doing well. Cheers, everybody.
That's my Mary Ann's my mother's name. You don't see it many people called that anymore. It's more an old.
I always liked Mary Ann better than I did Ginger.
But there's a lot of people in my family that don't have common names. My grandma's name was Agnes. And I'm like, you never see the word name Agnes anymore. That's something of the past. Good morning, Mary Ann, though. I hope you're having a great morning. Please explain it to us now we know.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can tell a mechanic definitely.
So 5/16 to 10 millimeter, huh?
Me, I guess. I get to the 1/4 inch is what I go by. The 1/4 inch is 7 millimeters, and I'm like, all right, if I go around there, because that one I just remembered from getting the 1/4 inch, but I use that one a lot, or did. I'm not a mechanic. I can take a car. I'm mechanically inclined, but I'm not a mechanic. Ralph, you know what I mean. And I can take a car apart and I can put it back together. But I couldn't tell you what some of it does, and I couldn't. I get the idea of a combustion engine. I've worked in boilers where it's similar, same thing, bigger scale. But diagnosing, I am horrible. Like if you say, "Hey, you need to change the water pump," I'll go change the water pump. If you say, "Hey, what's wrong with this car?" I'm like, fuck, I don't know. I'm not good at diagnosing. Some stuff I can, of course, but that's only because I've experienced those things. Other than that, I couldn't tell you. Cars are like a puzzle. Yeah, exactly.
Wait till you work in
Boilermaker. We work with nuts and bolts that were in the tray towers and stuff like that, and refineries. We worked with 9/16 a lot and 3/8. But whenever I was in the big boilers and big stuff in refineries, we were working with 2 and 15/16, 4 inch, anywhere down to 1.25 inch. It was just different sizes and just bigger scale. I didn't like working with the small stuff on cars and beating my knuckles up and stuff like that all the time. But when I had to, I would.
Yeah. Cars are like a puzzle. Try a diesel engine. I have a diesel truck, and I popped the hood on that, and I'm like, holy shit, this thing's complicated. I mean, it's got 2 batteries and 2 alternators and shit running everywhere.
Hey, Michael.
Diesel mechanics is even a next level mechanic. And that's why a lot of places don't work on diesel engines, because they have to have those certified mechanics. But man, anybody who can work on a diesel engine or an engine, in fact, is basically an engineer. Kind of have to understand a lot of things like an engineer does.
You be careful, 18. Pothead number 18.
But that's why I love my job too. I get supplied a very awesome truck. I'm getting a better truck in a couple weeks, so it's one of the benefits is getting a nice big ass diesel truck. And I would have never owned a diesel truck without the job that I have. So other than that, I never owned one. But they definitely cost a lot more to work on. So if they break down, like I said, they're just a lot more complex, and especially those diesel engines you see on barges or like cruise ships, and and those are awesome. The people who build those and maintenance them are basically engineers. But if you actually order a diesel engine for a boat, it takes you like 2 years. You have to like order it 2 years ahead before they'll deliver it to you. That's how long they take to build.
Yeah, I've never messed with diesel. And another thing that makes more difficult I've found is if you have 4-wheel drive on a car, that changes things quite a bit. I'll bet, Ralph. Yeah.
200-pound drive shafts, Jesus.
Fucking damn near need a come along or a lift to get them fucking drive shafts.
Hey, Margaret, how you doing?
And I heard them tire rings can take your fucking head off too. And compression rings, or whatever they call them.
Yeah,
That'd be nice, Tanya. I just, I never had the money to get something like that and do that. I've thought about it over the years. When I did have a little bit of money, I was working. I was just too much wrapped up in my drinking. But I love nice old cars. A buddy of mine had a couple over. They had a '66 Malibu, and it was canary yellow and with one black stripe on the very baseboard of it. Oh fuck, it was beautiful. Had souped up 350. Oh, good old car. Which he got, the engine he got out of his Nova that he wrecked before he had that one. 70 Nova.
By the way, I was going to give this Lion's Mane away 2 minutes, and then I'll hit another giveaway. I think I'll just give away some straight cash, homie. Do the straight cash, homie hashtag, and we'll
straight cash, homie.
I'll cash app somebody $5 pay for their coffee this morning.
Paul Kurtz, smoking, choking, and nerd roping. What's going on, Paul? You guys don't know Paul. He's got nerd ropes that are pretty fucking awesome. Check him out. Hey, there's my friend, sweet Miss Karen. How are you, Karen?
I would say that I would try them, Paul, but I've been experiencing some issues with eating sugar lately, so I'm on a sugar-free hike right now. I'm not eating candy at all until I figure out what the hell's
slowing
going
down
on.
on my sugar so I can eat the ropes. No, no, I am slowing down on my sugar, but that don't include edibles. Just chilling. Right on, Karen. I hate paying for diesel at the pump over $2.75 weekly. Yeah, I'll bet, Maxwell. Fuck. Yeah, they are really good. They're a reasonable price. They're really good price too, Tiny. Go if you want one, get a hold of that guy right there. Yeah, it was a 70 Nova, but the 66 Chevelle, it wasn't a DSS, it was a Malibu, but man, beautiful fucking car. Hi, Hawkland. How are you today?
Marianne, the turkey tail is packed with antioxidants, anti-tumor, and boosts your immunity. There's basically a bunch of stuff in it that really, really boosts your immunity and has anti-cancer. It has 35 different antioxidants in it, for instance. So you're welcome to go to the website, greatrivermushrooms.com, and check it out to learn more about it.
That guy right there, Tanya, Paul Kurtz. He's a really good guy. Paul, she's a good girl. So you two talk.
Heck yeah. She's a hoot.
She's a hoot. Another rope tribe one. Paul, you got some people in here.
There you go. You got 43 people entries in the Lion's Mane.
Yeah, the Lion's Mane, Paul, is Dan's. And
yeah, it's in a capsule. Yeah, it's in a 500 milligram capsule. All my capsules are that size.
Right there, guys. If you get for the nerd ropes, get a hold of that guy right there, and he will get you taken care of, and you will be happy.
That definitely helps with anxiety and depression.
For sure. And my focus and my energy.
I forgot to take it one day last week, and I was off that day. You get into this groove and flow when you take it consistently every day, and then you don't take it, you're like, They're like, what's wrong today? And then you realize you forgot to take it.
Yeah, just send him a DM, Tanya, and he will get you taken care of. Wayne Cruz in the house.
What
John
up?
Doe in the house. Christy in the house. Hi, Christy. Hey, John Doe. What up, Mr. Wayne?
Sometimes we get too old and then we don't process things the same. I actually don't get really high off eating edibles either. Unless they're really strong, and then they just put me to sleep.
Right.
But some
They
people
work great on my back, and
I think Gabe has the same issue. He says he doesn't get high off edibles either.
yeah, some people don't. Wayne, he's an old school like me, and it takes a lot, Some people, it just edibles don't hit them the same unless they have that certain strength or whatever. I have noticed this. Oh yeah, Karen. It's morning. Yes, it is. For the Lion's Mane, he's that name right there, Paul Kurtz. Paulkurtz. Right there.
Oh, by the way, let me I'll put the website if anybody wants the lion's mane information or turkey tail. That's the website there. So my website is really easy to navigate. Just click that link, and there's actually a questionnaire. You can, if it'll pop up, it'll ask you, how can I help you? And even if you have questions, you can ask that Autobot, and it'll actually help you, guide you through the website. But it's pretty easy to navigate.
Yeah, like this right here. I take, I ate one of those ropes, and it made my back feel, a lot less. Of course, there ain't nothing really gets rid of total pain unless I had some morphine or something dripping. But I ain't going there. But it allowed me to get up and move around a little bit easier without that tightness and that pain, and loosened me up, and it did the pain aspect, and I had a body buzz too. But it's that's what edibles do for me. Everybody has a different metabolism in their body, and just things or different tolerances for that matter, and just hits you different. You never know unless you try it.
The typical maximal, all my month supply of mushrooms are $13, and then you can get 120 capsules for $25. Now the blended mushrooms, which will have a 3 blend in a while, will be basically triple that, because the recommended dosage of milligrams per mushrooms is 1,000 milligrams per day. So once I have the mixed capsules, you will have to take a few more, so that'll be more like $30 a month to take all 3 mushrooms. But otherwise, if you take them separate, they're all $13 a month for a month's supply of any kind of mushroom. Reishi, lion's mane, and turkey tail. And I don't have the reishi on the website yet, but that will be on something I'm putting on there the next few days. So it will be there in a few days at least.
Are you ever just a thought? You ever thought about doing like a monthly health package, I guess you could say, for a certain, like a reductive price, if you get the lion's mane, turkey's tail, the reishi, the CBD, CBG, and what you would put together.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I eventually wanted to do that, but I was waiting to put my full menu out there, which is sure. I'm slowly developing products, and mostly I was waiting to start this new job so I could have money to supplement the business, because it takes money to make money, as everybody knows. Mm-hmm. You got to buy more equipment. You got to do things easier, and I have a long list of stuff that I want to buy to improve the business aspect. Hey, Lisa, how you doing?
Hi, Lisa.
Wait for the triple threat. And some people can get away with taking 500 milligrams of mushrooms a day. I take 1,000 because that's what a lot of the recommended dosage is.
I know what you mean, Lynn. If I didn't wake up and sound like a bowl of Rice Krispies, I would have thought some kind of miracle happened or I was already in heaven.
Remember, inflammation many times is caused by our food. So remember, if you deal with a lot of inflammation, stiffness, try to look at what you eat. And then if you're eating a lot of processed foods, that can lead to a lot of, can't think of the word, whenever the inflammation. And inflammation is the biggest form of our diet, or, of pain. And I actually figured out that when I eat sugar, my body gets all stiff, and that's why I'm staying away from it, because I have a muscle reaction where my whole body gets stiff and I get like my back gets sore. So I tend to stay away from sugar for that reason.
Yeah, and that's actually one of the reasons I'm, well, besides that, just, the sugar crashes I get during the day too, because I drink a lot in my coffee and stuff, and but just health-wise. But one of them is the inflammation.
Yeah, our body reacts.
Hold on, wait a minute. I'm not going to get old. I've done that out. I'm 49 and holding, and that's the story I'm sticking with. You can't tell me different, mister.
Inflammation makes everything worse. Yeah, and a lot of things that we put in our body cause inflammation to worsen. A lot of us don't realize we may be allergic to some food, and we eat it, and our bodies may inflame, and we just don't realize that our bodies are having a reaction to that food.
I can see this too, Elisa, along with a lot more. Hey, Mike.
Yep, CBG is definitely something I take daily. It definitely decreases inflammation 100%. And helps with sleep.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, I got my Juice Plus, and I got my Great River mushrooms, and the lion's mane, the turkey's tail, and the CBG, and then this new Juice Plus along with the shakes. It's gotten me off of my pharmaceutical, not off all totally. I was on 40 milligrams a day of omeprazole for my GERD. And now I'm down to 20 milligrams every other day. And I'm just right now, I'm a little apprehensive going all the way off of it, because I do have bad stomach issues. And with a lot of the stress I'm going through right now with the move and all that, nothing like serious, but just, added up things, life stress, nothing major. But right now, until I get settled down, I'll probably wait until I get totally off the omeprazole.
Right at 1 hour. So let's get this lion's mane bottle away. Anybody else want to get in it? I'll give it 30 more seconds. I'm going to hit that lion's mane.
And less pain means less stress too, because pain can cause stress, and stress can cause inflammation. So
I'm realizing that right now. So I'm living a vicious cycle with this rib injury that compresses my heart, and then when the rib gets stuck, I get severe anxiety because it's squeezing my body, and then I get the condition gets worse because my anxiety is getting worse. So it sucks, because anxiety actually causes inflammation to increase, and a lot of times your pain can get worse when you actually are anxious. It's more or less our body is going to tighten up, of course, when we're anxious, because it's tensing up for a fight or flight mode. Typically, when we are anxious. So our bodies are a little stiffer and a little more inflamed.
Shannon, how you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, I was just reading your message, and I was getting ready to message back. I looked up, seeing your name. So, hi.
Good luck, everybody. We'll see this.
Oh yeah. Smash that shit. Rhino smash.
Oh, we got the golf clap in here now too. Golf clap applause. It's John Doe.
John Doe, he's been in here. What up, John Doe?
It's like John Doe. Yeah. This is the golf applause you get when you walk to the 18th hole and you're winning. That's funny. Oh, repeated too. Oh, there's John Doe too.
I'm glad to hear you're doing good, hon. Right on, John Doe.
Let me turn that down there.
John Doe.
But congratulations, John. I think I may have your address, but it's messing me again.
Hope you guys are all having a wonderful Sunday.
All Ninja Turtles love pizza or love mushrooms, is my understanding. Oh.
Turtle and a half shell.
Got all
Hi,
these
Gabby.
congratulations.
Congratulations. She says, oops.
By the way, did anybody watch the last night was the NCAA wrestling championships, and I watched it with my buddy over his house. And it's really interesting to watch some of these college wrestlers. I know there's some people who watch wrestling with their kids, but that was awesome to watch. It was over in Kansas City. There were 75,000 people in the arena watching the NCAA championships last night.
Damn.
Kids are studs. The two guys last night won 4 titles in 4 years, 4 NCAA championships. That's just crazy to be able to do that.
Dab King, his kid, Mike, his kid did pretty good too. Not the one that went to state, but the other one, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, wrestling is an interesting sport because there's a team aspect, but then it's hard to win multiple titles because you can make one mistake in the tournament and you lose, and you're out of the tournament. It's so highly competitive sport, and it's growing even bigger in the last few years.
Much love, Karen. You have a blessed day, sweetheart.
Bring that take that banner down there, and we'll put up the new banner.
Yeah, if you guys don't know about the Pothead group, go check out the Potheads too. Go get you a Pothead number.
These are the hashtags that Chuck Rock hates because they're so long. Get that straight cash, homie, and I'll send somebody. I'll cash app some money. Cash app, Venmo, PayPal.
Hi, Lauren, or Corey, Lauren and Corey. Thank you guys for all the great info.
But anybody who remembers the NFL, there was a Randy Moss when back in 2002, he said that he wanted straight cash, homie, when he was asking for a contract extension with his team. So I always refer to that when we do a cash giveaway.
Oh yeah,
it was a funny time. I remember that interview. He's like, I want straight cash, homie.
Straight cash, homie. Shit.
And he deserved every dollar he ever made, Randy Moss. But he was quite a character.
He was good. Hell of a receiver.
Right? Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, y'all.
Then, by the way, I didn't play it at the beginning, and I'll play it again. Anybody who gives stars to my account, I just wanted to remind you where those stars go. So I'll play that video real quick.
Oh, Corey,
hey guys,
sorry,
hope you feel better.
I didn't want to interrupt you. All right, I'm going to play that real quick.
Hey guys, it's Dan the Mushroom Man. Just wanted to remind you that if you donate to those Facebook stars, all those donations will go to Fungi and Friends school program at Great River Mushrooms and Nurble. And that school program is where we bring hands-on skills into the classroom to children and teach them about the fungi kingdom and the knowledge to grow those mushrooms. Again, learn more at the website greatrivermushrooms.com, folks.
And again, that's a program I plan on implementing this fall at a local school. We already have access to the school. They said I'm welcome to come back and teach a class. So anybody who gives star donations, that goes to help fund that program I have.
Hi, Tamitha. Fold and close, Dabby. I hope your hand's feeling better, hon. I know you slashed it up pretty good. Cheers, Deb.
The music to that song, it is kind of relaxing.
Cheers, buddy.
I like this song too. I just found this one today. It kind of has like a reggae Chinese kind of vibe to it.
Hi, Linda Bell. How are you
Hey,
doing
Linda.
this morning?
How you doing?
That's a sweet lady right there. She's I've met her when I first come into the community too, and known her for a while. I don't see her all the time as much anymore, but she's very, very lovely lady. Good people.
Who are you talking about?
Miss Linda Bell.
Oh, okay. Well, how you doing, Linda Bell? My name's Dan. I don't think I'm really familiar with you. I'm Dan the Mushroom Man, as people call me.
I am awesome and getting better, Linda Bell. Good to see you, sweetie.
We bring ourselves back up bigger here. And then we got Ross Rhino over here, is the island quack.
Oh yeah. Always gotta have a quack on the island.
There's that sexy saxophone. Man, I really do like this song that I found. There goes Ross playing the air saxophone.
You know, the 80s, Generation X, we had air bands. Not hair bands. Well, we had those too, but we had air bands. I played clean guitar, air guitar, saxophone, drums.
That was probably the reason why I like Dave Matthews Band too for a while, because they have a saxophonist. And it's really rare to hear a saxophonist in any kind of band nowadays. You hear it in reggae, but not like all reggae you hear from. But that's one of the reasons I love
that stuff, Miss Dabby, and I heard it was really good. I might have to check that out. I got some cream that I get from a friend of mine in Oklahoma that she makes. It's called the green cream, Miss Erica Wendell. But you know, it's good stuff. But I'm always willing to try other stuff. Mr. Ted Hanser, what's going on?
Okay, Linda, I remember that. Yep, I remember that item. Well, I appreciate you seeing you again this morning. What's going on, Ted? How you doing? And Dabby, I won a Country Mama's lotion in a Grow Fan box like 6 months ago. That stuff is pretty good. So I will say the same thing. If it is the same item, if I remember right, it was in a Grow Fan box.
Ted, I'm out of debt. I do have Reclaim somewhere. Yes, I can do Reclaim. I gotta wait till Wednesday till I can get some. I gotta go donate plasma.
Dab time.
Giggler in the house. What up, Gig?
What up?
Giggity, giggity, giggity. He's a good dude. If you guys don't know Giggler, he's awesome.
Giggler, I'm gonna meet you someday because I'm coming back to that Vegas area eventually.
One of the things I love about Giggler is he's a fucking dork and he's a goofball, just like me. And I think that's one of the reasons we get along so well. We just fucking goof off. Oh, nice.
Well, dang it, we got.
No, we cannot. StreamYard. You got the link.
What is it again? StreamYard.
StreamYard.com/Facebook.
Right.
Yeah, that one.
It's still this song is so interesting. This part of the song, and then they'll start playing the saxophone.
There was a game. It might have been Street Fighter.
Oh, Stephanie, you're in Vegas too. Okay.
Or Mortal Kombat or something where they go an Oriental thing where begin.
I'll have to let people know I go to Vegas. I'm still very optimistic about traveling, posting it on Facebook, because I had in my past, I went out of town once and I had my house. Somebody stole about $1,500 and stuff in my backyard, probably because I posted on Facebook that I went on vacation. So if I ever do, I'm gonna have to figure out who lives in Vegas so I can visit you. Deb's Rose is in Vegas too. See, there you go.
Hey, there you go. I got something from Vegas. It was fuck, what was it?
Last time I was in Vegas was 2018. I was there. I actually helped remodel the Golden Corral. It was an old Walden Books, and we helped turn it into a Golden Corral.
Huh.
But I was there for 15 days back in 2000.
Oh, go ahead. I was just saying her name.
I was just saying I was there working there for 15 days back in 2018 in July of 2018.
See, I donate. I have a hemochromatosis, and it's too much iron in my blood, basically, and I have to drop them levels. I either have to do phlebotomies every 2 weeks, or I have to go donate plasma or donate blood. So I choose to donate plasma so I can get a couple bucks out of it too. So right now I'm struggling, but I don't care for needles, but I do it because I know it helps a lot of people because I have O negative, and also I have to get that level down or it messed up my organ. Oh, go ahead. I'm clicking on the same one.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice, Gig. Hell yeah. I know you've worked hard to get there, man. Congratulations. Well, Annabelle, if you come through Central Illinois, you let me know. Around Springfield, around our capital in Illinois. If you come through that area, you let me know and I'll meet you somewhere and we'll fucking stop and have a quick session. There's plenty of parks around here. I can meet you right by Springfield. It's right on the highway. But that would be awesome. I'd love to get a big hug from you. I'll bring the wife and we'll smoke a joint or something. Right on, Ralph. My wife used to, but she don't anymore because the doc said don't. Because her health, just want to make sure it keeps her nice and healthy. Me too. You have low iron and O negative, really? Well, if it comes down, I know something happens in the world or whatever, and you need a donor, blood donor, and you can't find one, get a hold of me. We'll get over there somehow. I wish I could have worked that way because when I was donating blood, like with Red Cross, they throw that pint of blood away. Same with the hospital when I do a phlebotomy. They would throw it away because I had the hemochromatosis and they didn't know if it was harmful to other people with too much iron. So they just throw it away. I don't know if they've changed that or not. They take my plasma just fine. But I don't know if, no problem, Lauren, or Corey, either or, whoever that is. But yeah, they, I don't know if they've changed that or found out a use that they can do, because that's a waste of good blood. O negative is, I don't know if it's the rarest, but it's one of the rare ones, and it helps out. I think it's because it's universal. I don't know exactly, but they like it. They want O negative. Which is weird because there's one of them that's universal either way. I think it's AB maybe. But there's also one that you can give out and your blood is universal, which I think is mine. My blood's universal to everybody.
Same here.
But I can't take anybody's. Is that right? Lisa says universal donor is O blood type. Yeah. AB is the one either way, right? And then like us, Corey or Lauren, that one we can give, but we can't just take anything. Is that correct? O can go to any blood type, but can only receive. Oh, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.
So yeah, cheers. So the topic today, forgiveness. I don't know about you guys, but that forgiveness was the hardest think, for me to forgiving myself. Forgiving other people. I think with me, ADHD, and I've heard this equality that ADHD is hard for people to hold a grudge, because I guess our mind swirls too much, and it's just I don't know exactly why the schematic.
Right.
Yeah, myself was the hardest part to forgive, and I'm still working on that. There's just a couple things that I'm still working on, and but I'll get there. One day at a time, little by slowly sometimes. But as long as I keep going and don't stand still, it's inevitable if we have pain, but it's a choice we suffer.
I have a good definition here that I found of forgiveness on that 50 intriguing spiritual concepts, and one of them is forgiveness, and that's why I chose it today. And it says forgiveness is a conscious and voluntary act of releasing feelings of resentment, anger, or hostility towards someone who has caused harm, hurt, or offense. It involves letting go of the desire for revenge or retribution and choosing to offer compassion, understanding, and acceptance instead. Forgiveness does not condone or excuse harmful actions, nor does it mean forgetting the past. Instead, it's the process of liberating oneself from the emotional burden, holding on to grudges, negative emotions, allowing for healing and inner peace to take place. And it goes a lot more deeper into it as well. What's the concept of forgiveness, basically?
Right. That's not silly at all, Janet. This is one of the things that it helps keep us safe, in my opinion. Yes, I can forgive from someone, and I do that for myself, my peace of mind as well. But I don't forget that behavior. I have acceptance. I have to accept things as they are, because if I don't, it won't give me peace and serenity. But if I accept it as it is, or just because I accept things as they are, doesn't mean I have to accept unacceptable behavior. And by doing that, I'm able to remember that, hey, maybe this is not a person I want to be around. I forgive you for what you've done, but I can't be part of your life no more. And sometimes that means family, and having to detach with love, which is a hard thing to do.
I had to do that myself, so that was part of my healing. When I started using magic mushrooms, my mom, about 4 months afterwards, when I started posting on Facebook about it, condoned. She sent me like a 3-page text, basically condoning what I was doing. She's like, "You're going to get arrested," and just all negative things about what I was actually using mushrooms for. And I actually cut her out of my life for 18 months, and I didn't talk to her for 18 months. And that was during that time, I worked on, forgiving her. So I didn't go to Thanksgiving, Christmases for, that whole year. I just avoided that relationship, and eventually it made things better. Because when we did reconnect and start talking again, we did, talk about things that we never talked about.
And I think that's, part of us growing up in our own recovery, being able to revisit some of those things. I know, like in AA, they have 12 steps, and you make amends on the 8th and 9th step. Those are your amends steps. Well, when you first get into recovery, you don't go making amends on steps 1 and 2 because you haven't learned how to forgive yourself and other people and learn how to make those amends when you're in that state. So, that's why you make amends when it's time to make amends, when because our brain won't let us really properly deal with something until it's ready itself. You know that as well as I do, Dan. But when we're ready, if we don't deal with it, it'll keep revisiting itself until we do. And that's part of the healing.
I was angry at my mother, and that's what took me 18 months to get over.
Absolutely, Lisa. Yeah, and it's a long process. It don't happen overnight.
That's what it says. It says here too, It says choosing to forgive is a deeply personal decision and should not be forced or rushed. It involves honoring one's own feeling and needs while finding a path towards greater emotional freedom and well-being. And sometimes it takes years. Sometimes it takes years, not just days or months. You can't rush, forgiveness.
No. That's forcing change, and we know that doesn't help very well. I tried to force change, and shit blows up in my face.
Yeah, because when I think about it, in retrospect, the 18 months is a long time to cut your mother off. It's a long time in the period of our life. But it took me 18 months to be ready for that.
I'm glad you guys reconnected, because that's something that me and my wife struggled with for about a year. Luckily, my dad, came around, because my wife's 15 years older than me. My dad thought she was chasing after my money because I was a union boilermaker, which I was drinking my money away. It didn't matter anyway. But it was. I think he was just scared because he didn't want to get rid of his boy. I'm his only child, so that might have been something there too. But it took me a while to forgive him because of some of the things he had said about her and stuff. But once I was able to, I found peace, and I was able to rekindle. And we were actually able to have a conversation. He was able to get to know her better and realize why I married her and why she's such a wonderful person. He still just hates women, period. So it's, there was still some animosity there, but it wasn't specifically on her. He just hated women, period.
I'll say there are probably some things in life that aren't not forgivable, and but that takes time and a lot of times therapy to get over.
Yeah,
but definitely understand what's in there.
One of the things that helps Dabby. Oh, go ahead if you weren't done.
I was just saying there's even psychology books out there, psychologists who help treat people to deal with people who are unforgivable, to deal with that emotion somehow, in a healthy way for people who may not be something you can forgive,
Yeah, and sometimes, you can't get to that forgiveness point. For me, right. What helps me is, and I'm not going to jump into this too long, but I'm just going to say this is my belief. I do believe in God, and I pray for that other person because they're spiritually sick. And that's the way I look at it. That doesn't mean I have to forgive them or forget that or whatever. Forgiveness, right. Again, is for myself. So if I forgive them, it's because I want to let that go. And I accept that they're a spiritually sick person. It's not somebody I want to be and have in my life or be part of. And sometimes that helps me. There's things sometimes I can't forgive. I haven't found that yet in other people. Now with me, there's a couple things that I'm working on that it's hard to forgive. So, I've done things in my life I won't get to, but we'll just say that the statute of limitations won't take care of. And it's hard to forgive things like that, So, there's just things you gotta work on, and sometimes it takes a lifetime.
Right.
One day at a time, we can do it. Brian Jackson, Arkansas, watching with love. What's going on, my friend? Did you know down in Arkansas they have a new law? You can be brother and sister, or you get a divorce and still be brother and sister. I'm just kidding. I told Brian these jokes once in a while, but I had this old boilermaker I used to work with. Flynn and Randy Eccles were the guys' names, but they come up with such hilarious hillbilly Arkansas jokes, and they were just two good old boys. I don't even know if they're still alive. They were older whenever I was an apprentice back in 95. Yeah, 95. And they were just two good old boys, and they taught me a lot about boilermaking and welding, and a little bit about life too. So I love me a good old Arkansas hillbilly because I feel at home with them. But that's why I like giving Brian shit, because he knows it's coming from the heart, and I'm just kidding around. And Shannon too. She's down there in Arkansas. I love her. She's great too.
Lisa May, my cousin, was murdered too in 2013. But she was 6 months pregnant and got murdered. And I've never met the guy who murdered her. I don't know how I feel about him because I don't know him personally or never met him. But he got life sentence in prison. He's never getting out. But I definitely understand that. But I almost feel like I have to know somebody personally for forgiveness or something like forgiveness to come into play. But not knowing who the actual guy who murdered her and what he did was definitely wrong.
Absolutely, Alan. Hi, Pam. How are you doing, hon? Yes, we do. Hi, Michelle.
Forgiveness to me is almost usually more personal than a relationship with a stranger. It's something more personal.
Not honored at all. I say that to her a lot. She goes, I'm not honorary at all one time. And when she says something honorary, I'll say, not honorary at all.
Sounds very similar to the situation of my cousin, Elisa, man.
Man, sorry to hear that, Elisa.
My cousin was only 21 years old. She was 6 months pregnant and got murdered by her ex-boyfriend.
Well, I hope it helped. And that's the thing, Abby, is like I say on my show, and me and Dan, we don't claim to be experts. We just share our experience, strength, and hope, and what helps us. And maybe that, it'll help somebody else too. We're individuals, and what works for me might not work for you. But I like to share what it does, so just in case it might be a good tool for your toolbox. Oh, wow.
Lived in a group home there now. Huh? That would be probably Chaddock, or that would be Chaddock, yeah.
Welcome back, Hawkland. I hope I'm saying that right, Hawkland.
Chaddock is the reason I live in Quincy, Illinois, because my mother moved here to get a job there at Chaddock, the group home you're talking about, Elisa May.
Pam, I am so happy for you, hon.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're struggling to get that, like me. Me and her are like right there together.
Awesome news.
Fucking great. I'm so happy for you. Maybe things will slide back into the easier life. You don't have to worry about shit too much.
Sure.
Yeah, there's this book called Drop the Rock. And it talks about all these rocks, and the parable or what they use is this lady comes up, she's trying to get on this ferry to go over to Serenity Island. Well, she misses the ferry barely. So she runs and she jumps in the water and she's swimming, and the people on the boat or the ferry are like, come on, you can do it. You can do it. Just drop them rocks, and it's basically all that shit on her. She's holding down so she can't get to Serenity. And if she drops them rocks, she's going to be able to float, get to there, and have peace and serenity. There's more to it. That's just, my generic version. But if you ever get a chance, look up the book Drop the Rock. They have it on Amazon. And the first version is that version I'm talking about. There's a couple different editions. But it basically, they all mean the same thing, trying to get rid of whether it be our character defects or the things that are holding us back, our resentments and stuff like that. And if we drop those rocks, we won't drown.
Sure.
Man, that's so awesome. Time to take a dab. I got reclaim. I'm going to do some reclaim. I go donate this week and get me some yabba-dabba-doo. Some Brooklyn boys, and then I can make some infused Rasta logs. There it is.
Oh, there you go. They can't even see that though. It's all red. Dad, cheers.
And guys, speaking of Ross Logs, I appreciate all the kind words about them. 'Cause to me, you know, they're just a regular joint. You know, that's my regular joint size. What I smoke. But Chuck, you know, I wanted one, then he liked them, and started spreading the word. And next thing you know, people like them. So, thanks for all the kind words. Part of my medicine routine. I don't want that nasty cigarette. I want another bong hit. Bong hit time is bong hit time. Don't you just love bong hit time? Bong hit time is bong hit time. Don't you just love it? Everyone loves bong hit time. Almost forgot the verse. I gotta start singing that more often again.
Dab time.
That's awesome to hear, Wanda. Doing good on Lion's Mane. He's 12 years old with ADHD.
What? Where? What? What? Really?
Right above that comment.
That's interesting.
That is amazing. Pothead number 315 in the house. Hi, Alice.
I may message you more because I'm intrigued. So
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by that. So yeah, I definitely want to know more about that.
For sure. Yeah, I know. It helps me. It's you know, with the
I heard
focus.
you say that, and my ears perked up. I'm like, what? Somebody's.
Yeah, I figured it was. I clicked on it, and then you clicked on "Cheers, everyone," and I was like, "Hey, wait a minute! Did you see what that said?" Dead hands are 220.
Always interested and intrigued by new things that we don't know about. Like, there's no studies of anything that of lion's mane being given to a 12-year-old with ADHD. So there's definitely some knowledge to be learned there. In that experience. So I saw the same thing with Alzheimer's patients when I was giving them THC for a while, seeing profound effects when you give Alzheimer's patients a lot of THC. So I used to give a woman coconut oil. It was very potent coconut oil, and it actually helped relieve her symptoms of Alzheimer's profoundly. And she took it for about 2 years. So it's interesting to see different aspects of how it treats different things, and when there's no science or studies to back it up.
I get what you're saying, Colin, totally. But if you know, the point I was getting is sometimes our mind won't let us just delete things. Hold on, let me get that back.
I didn't mean to take that off. Sorry.
But you know, sometimes our mind won't let us just delete something. You know, there's times, you know, I'm worry ward, you know, and I will be like, I can't just say, okay, I'm never going to think about that ever again. Drop it. But if I find acceptance and say I forgive that person, doesn't mean I have to interact with that person again so I get screwed over again. It just means for myself, I say, I accept you as you are. You know, I forgive you because that's the way you are, or whatever. That's, you know. But I don't have. I can choose to stay away from that person so I don't get screwed over or bullshitted against. And it's just an easy thing to ease my mind. It has nothing to do with that other person, to be honest with you. And
Right.
For me anyway, it's just for my own peace of mind that way. But I get what you're saying, you know. And then if I'm able to, I just, you know, that way it's easier for me to eliminate that from my life because I've dealt with it and it's gone. But if I haven't dealt with it, somewhere down the line, if it's that big of a situation, somewhere down the line, something's going to trigger that thought where I think about it again, and it's going to bother me and amplify that situation that I am currently in. And that's how trauma works. And that's why it's easier for me to forgive, but don't forget and move on. But Miss 18 said dab time again, so I'm going to do another dab-a-dab-a-doo.
There we go. If you didn't know, too, the Lion's Mane Turkey Tail is on sale on the website. $12 a bottle.
Hell yeah.
Just get that straight cash, homie. Got 42 entries. Don't forget to hit that love like reaction button for us. I appreciate the love. We got 41 people still in here on 11:52 a.m. Central on Sunday. Tell you, there's probably not much else to do because it looks crappy outside.
The sun's out here, but it's windy and cold.
I heard sleet last night hitting my window. I'm like, we're like about to have all 4 stages of the year happen in a week. But it wasn't cold enough to get snow. I don't know. So it was like, you know how sleet is. It can be, 38 degrees and sleet falling. But it's supposed to rain tomorrow and Tuesday, so I might have a 5-day weekend basically, because I can't do any roofing. It's raining. But we're in that time of year where we can get an unstable atmosphere and we get a lot of chances of rain, which is needed. We definitely need the rain, but not all at once. You just got 6 inches or more. Jesus. Straight flood water. But, that's why I like the position I have, because at least if it does rain, it's still getting paid with a salary. So that's why I really appreciate my job too. And it allows me to do my mushroom farming on those days off. So that's also why I like it too.
Yeah.
So if I get the next 2 days off, I'm going to be all kind of balls to the wall with the mushroom business, making a lot of improvements. But I used to have a job where I did, if it rained and, you got paid hourly, that it always sucked, because if you only worked like 1 day that week, your paycheck would suck. So that's, I'll have a lot of free snow. I'll show you.
Okay, Shane.
Sometimes you work long days. Like the other day, I worked a 15-hour day to get a roof done, but we got her done.
Where are you at again, Linda Bell? Are you up in Virginia or New York? I know you're up that direction. I know Chuck's got snow up in New York.
Hopefully be making. I do have a Fico jar in my freezer. I'm trying to get a hold of some cannabis to buy, and then I'll be making more.
Yeah, I need to get some Everclear.
Eventually I'm going to be growing more.
I will be right back. I have to do the rest of it.
Cheers, everybody. Yeah, that always does help. One of the reasons I also like my job too is because in the winter we don't work for like 3 months. So next winter I'm going to be traveling somewhere. I'll probably get like an Airbnb for a whole month in January usually, and that's when it's the coldest. And I'm going to travel to a warm area next January and I'll live there for a month, while I'm not working. I'd like to do it in Florida, but I also like other regions of the country too. Like you can easily get a place in Vegas, like relatively cheap for long-term stay. And there's other places in the country as well. But if I would have had this position in January, I would have been in Florida easily in January for a couple weeks. Because at least with the salary, you're at least still making money, and you can go on vacation. But like I said, there are some weeks in the summer where we work 70-hour weeks. So, but yeah, I need to come over to Arizona. A lot of you guys live over there in the Southwest. Arizona has amazing Polish food. Oh, that's interesting. So I've only traveled through Arizona. I've actually been to the Carlsbad Caverns. We traveled through there as a church group when I was like 18 years old. And I've also been to Vegas for 2 weeks, but I never really left the area of Vegas. And we didn't drive through Arizona when we drove to Vegas. We drove through the mountains and because we had to go to Colorado. I didn't need it. There we go.
Check on Heidi, my dog.
It was cool to see. I appreciated the legal marijuana market in Vegas, because from what I saw in Vegas, I think every state should implement how Vegas does their dispensaries, because it felt more like a doctor's office. And then you had when you go into the place, you like sit into a chair, give them your ID, and then somebody calls you into the room. So they have like a specialist who guides you through the whole experience. And I thought that was awesome. You can pick up the marijuana, you can touch it, you can smell it before you buy it in Vegas. Like in Illinois, you're not allowed to do that. So I really like the way they presented the marijuana in dispensaries. It was pretty cool.
Hi, Jamie. Yeah, that's that'd be nice. That's the way it should be. You know, here you look at it on the fucking tablet, and then they'll bring it out to you and put it in a bag. And
yeah, and the way they do it is they actually keep your ID until you leave. So they take your ID and then you don't get it back until you check out of there. So that's why it says it's more like a doctor's office. Once you get into the actual locked rooms, you cannot leave without them buzzing you out. So it's got a lot. There's laws that you can pass where you can have these experiences where somebody's not like going to run in there, grab a jar of weed and then run out with it, because there's no way you'd be able to do it in this place. And that's why a lot of laws aren't allowed to be like the ones in Vegas, because lawmakers are scared somebody's going to run in there and grab a jar of weed and run out. You try it in Vegas, you're going to end up meeting the guy with a big gun who's sitting outside the dispensary, because all the dispensaries in Vegas all have armed guards.
Marianne, Kelly, it's probably been maybe half a dozen times that I've been in a dispensary, and I don't go in them because I grow my own, and it's better.
Right.
Not shooting my own horn, but it's better because it don't have the chemicals in it. The drying is or the cure is a little better, I think. I don't know. I like homegrown.
It was good stuff in Vegas. I thought the weed there was good, and it was well priced. Like you could buy Ace for $30. They had like tiers of marijuana. You could buy like their low class, medium, and then you could buy Ace all the way up to $50, which is still a decent price. But so you're paying a little bit more than your street costs. You can buy it, but still good stuff. I had some Jenny Kush there. Easily some of the best Jenny Kush I've ever smoked in my life was the stuff I bought in Vegas. Hands down, it was phenomenal weed. And I went back
like homegrown better. Not saying it's bad, I just like homegrown better.
Yeah, I think in Vegas too, they have a lot more organic small growers. So in Vegas, it's a lot easier to grow cannabis and then sell it. Not unlike Illinois, where there's heavy licensing and you have to have a shitload of money. And I think in Vegas, they allow a lot smaller homegrown organic grows of like 5,000 square feet, which that's where you grow the best weed. Like 5,000 square feet facilities, because it's a small scale and you take the time with each plant. You're not trying to grow a bulk load of weed. And that's really where you grow your, some of the best quality shit.
Right. I knew Ted was going to say that. I love Jenny Kush.
Yeah, I loved it too. I went back to the dispensary and they were sold out of it. So everybody else loved it too. I went back like 2 days later and they're like, man, we sold out of Jenny Kush. Because when I went to Vegas, that's all I did. I smoked cannabis and I worked. So we got off work, I got really high, watched TV, and then went to bed and got up the next day and worked. I didn't really get to play in Vegas a lot, but ate some good food. I will tell you, Vegas has phenomenal food. Any kind of food that you want in the world is available in Vegas. It's even better when you go there on a business, paid expenses, and they pay for all your food. That was a great part of the deal working with this company, is they paid for all of our food. So any food that we bought during the day was comped, you know, by the company.
Nice.
That they're working for. But that's a lot of money, you know, when you're in Vegas. That can be like $60 to $80 a day.
Yeah, well, I remember we went out there for we won our local championship in pool leagues, and we went out there to play tournaments, and it was nice. First time we was out there for 7 days. Second time I think it was 4, but things were expensive. We were big on hitting the buffets, you know,
right.
That way you can get a big meal for a good price, you know, and sometimes even free. But
all
yeah,
you can eat crab meat for $33.
Yeah, you know, there's all kinds of different ones, you know,
Yep.
$5.99 buffet.
You wonder how much that is now? That was 2018. It's probably like $90 all you could eat crab.
Yeah, I was in 2009 and 10 were the 2 years I was out there.
It had to go triple because it was not $33 in 2018 for all you can eat crab meat. That's for crab legs. And these were like the big ones. These were like the big ass crab legs.
King crabs, yeah.
King crab, yep. $33 for all you can eat.
Hi, Charlene. Yeah. Man.
I didn't eat a lot of it though, but one of our employees, he ate like 10, I don't know, he ate like a dozen of those legs. He just kept going back.
Crab legs, damn it.
He got his money's worth. I was like, man, I'm full. You need more. I'm gonna not be able to work tomorrow.
We went to Joe's Crab Shack. We went and seen Ron White up in Peoria, and when we did, we stopped at Joe's Crab Shack, and oh my God, we had the Dungeness crab. Oh my God, it was amazing. Oh, and it was like a platter to where it came, a personal platter where it came with crab legs, like some potatoes, some sausage links, all different kind of shit in this bag. And you open the bag and pour it on your plate. And, oh my God, it was delicious. I even had one of them bit me. I cut my finger, you know, I just trying to crack it open. I cut my finger a little bit on the one of the claws. I'm like, that son of a bitch bit me. But that dungeon fucking shit in my skin, it was burning like hell, but I wouldn't stop eating.
Hey, Charlene.
That's hilarious, Dabby.
Well, some Cardinals are moving in.
I did an article on the stigma on pit bulls back. It was either in college or high school. I can't remember one of the two. That's funny because college wasn't that long ago. But it was talking about how pit bulls got started, you know, and they were used for taming bulls. You know, they would jump up on the jowl of a bull and pull it down where the herder or the farmer, whatever, could get in there and deal with the bull and get a rope around it or whatever. And but it was an aid of that. And over the years, you know, people back in the 80s and stuff started using them for fighting and shit like that. And criminal, it became like the dog of the criminals and stuff, and it got a bad stigma. And any dog doesn't matter what breed it is, it matters how it's raised and the owner. And they had such a bad stigma on pit bulls that they're illegal in some places. It's fucked up. I love pitties. They're nice dogs. They're protective. They're family oriented. God, I can go on. Great dogs. All right, Abby, go take your nap, sweetheart. Oh,
Midday
yeah.
nap.
You betcha.
That's what Sundays are for.
I haven't seen Shannon in here for a while. That might be what she's doing too. Stoner nap, guys. Or as Chuck Rock says, dab nap. If I look and I don't see Chuck Rock for a couple hours, he's probably taking a dab nap. So I get it. I do that too.
Dab
That
nap.
was another thing they were bred for. Absolutely. But one of the main reasons that's why they got the name Pit Bull is because they was bulldogs and bull terriers. They had to help tame. They used them to help tame the bull. I know that. Yeah, and then they became, like along with mastiffs, pit bulls, corgis, all royalty dogs, or were the terriers, but they didn't call them pit bulls. They call them Staffordshire terriers or bull terriers or whatever.
Hey, thanks for joining us, Christina, on your break.
Oh yeah, Christina.
And I have some neighbor who has 3 pit bulls, and they just sit in the cage all day, and they don't ever socialize with them. And I feel bad for them. And the dogs, they're definitely kind of aggressive towards each other. They're just separated by kennels, but you could tell if the kennels were apart, these pit bulls would all fight each other. So like I said, that's how you raise your dog. But I've already called the cops on this guy 5 times. The dogs have been taken twice. He just, even the dog, every time I call animal control, they're like, they call him, he say the douchebag. That's how they refer to him. But Illinois laws can only go so far.
Yeah, people like that shouldn't own animals.
He only has the pit bulls to breed them, and he doesn't ever. They sit in the kennels all day, and you can tell when he comes home, they're all excited to see him. But then they just sit. He never plays with them, and then he goes inside, and then you can see the disappointment in the dogs because the owner doesn't want to play with them or have any socialization really besides trying to get them to mate.
See, that's unacceptable behavior, and that's hard to forgive. Even though it wasn't something that I need to forgive, that's one thing I need to look at too. It's not something that directly affects me, so it's not something I have to forgive. But knowing stuff like that, there are evil people out there, and that are just spiritually sick, and they won't change. And the best I can accept that and eliminate them people from my life and that negativity, the better chances I am are having that positive outlook, and then having that negativity steep its way into my life. And the more I can eliminate that, the better off I am. Hey, Freezy! Hey, what's going on, my brother?
What's up, brother?
How you doing, my friend? But that's if there's something toxic to my mental health or my sobriety, I have to change it or eliminate it. And I can't change people, places, or people, so I have to eliminate it sometimes. And if that's family, like we talked earlier, sometimes I have to detach with love. Doesn't mean I have to stop loving that person, but I can't have that negativity in my life, so it got to go. Sorry. Self-preservation.
Hey, Freezy, we were just talking about your region of the country, talking about Vegas. I know you live in Arizona, pretty close to there, but we're talking about visiting different regions of the country to actually meet people. Someday, I go in that region too. I'm going to visit Wayne Cruz for sure. Like Wayne Cruz.
Oh, that'll happen.
In Vegas, I'm going to travel around that area and just meet everybody.
That's going to happen. I'm going to make my way one of these days out to California and meet him, which means that I'm coming that direction some way or another, or I'm coming back that way or another, and I'll stop and see Eric. I definitely want to meet Freezy and Nubs. Go check out them guys. Well, all the Odd Squad, they're all good people. Goofy some bitches just like myself, and I love it. It's funny whenever, and Eric, I wanted to say this to you while you're in here. Freezy, it's funny because, you know, he's a hell of a businessman, and he works, and he gets serious, and he's goofy too. But when he gets really goofy, it's fucking hilarious. You know, like when he goes to call the cops on people and shit like that. You know, he's a big dork, and I love it. You know, and it's fucking. That's one of the things I love about him. Just fucking hilarious. Ralph, you betcha. I want to go up to North Dakota, both the Dakotas. I want to go to Sturgis.
Yeah.
Man, there's so many things I want to do, and I will do. You know, and that's one of the things, you know, I want to thank Eric for, because Eric Freezy, he always talks about, if you want to do something, fucking do it. Go out there and get it. Nobody's going to give it to you. Go out there, you know, and follow your dreams, live your dreams, you know, and that's why I'm going to do the homesteading, you know, because I've seen a lot of people in this community that are doing that, and they just, it's maybe a scary start, but you know, it can stay scary, or I can get in there and jump in there and be part of it and get that initial step started. Because, you know, sometimes you got to embrace the suck. It sucks getting started sometimes, but once you get on a groove, well, you can't.
You can see it, and I've actually watched some of Eric's earlier podcasts from a long time ago. Then compared to now, you can see he's a lot more free of a person and a lot more outgoing, and that takes overcoming a lot of fear to get to that point. I'm sure he knows.
Absolutely.
Especially doing it online and being so open and stuff.
Right on. I don't have the hearts, but I'll just go.
But I like it. I find it awesome and interesting. You can see people's growth through their podcasting and how open they are, and it's awesome to see that growth, even in other podcasters.
Absolutely. Right on. 1,400 days of practice helps. Yeah.
Right?
You know, that's consistency, you know.
Right, that sure is.
Determination and perseverance. Oh yeah, Freezy fam for life. Hashtag Freezy Freezy, guys. That's a good dude right there. But you know, and that's the thing right there, you know, when he said storm, it reminded me of that quote, you know, life's not about waiting for the storm to end, it's learning to dance in the rain. You know, I learned this whenever I got sober. I figured, you know, bad shit was going to fucking stop happening. No, just because I got sober doesn't mean bad shit starts happening. It means I can deal with things a lot better, you know, without all that fog in my brain, you know. So it's nice to be able to deal with things today.
Right.
Forgot where I was going with that. I lost track. Yeah, 1,400 days in a row. That's fucking awesome. Hey, you bet, G Freezy. Much love, brother. It takes a community, my friend.
Right.
That's right. The only barriers I have is myself.
Here's
And that's
that.
why I'm working on some of the things in my past. You know, still things pop up once in a while that I forgot about. You know, and luckily I'm able to make, you know, quick amends, or, you know, have forgiveness for that thing, process it real quick. But there's some things that I still work on, and could be a forever thing. But I'm happy, joyous, and free. And as long as I'm working on it, you know, I know I'm not staying stagnant and sitting in that misery. Because I always say, you can't choose. It's inevitable if we have pain, or it's inevitable that we're going to have pain. But it's a choice if we suffer from it.
True that.
Right on. I love that quote.
That's part of forgiveness too.
Right on, buddy. Right on. Much love, fam.
It is one part of forgiveness. Right? Like, we talk about that almost every time we do a Sunday podcast. Talk about self-love and how important it is.
Oh, show, man. That is true. Sometimes I have to sit in it. you know, and learn that lesson, you know. But if I sit in it forever, that lesson becomes counterproductive.
Right.
Today, we have the power of choice.
Sometimes it's good to learn a lesson and then move on from it. Instead of beating yourself up. Sometimes that's the easier said than done, though.
Oh yeah, be gentle with yourself, definitely. Take a little longer to process. Yeah, it does. And it's okay to not be okay. I love that. I've always firmly believed in that, and not always, you know, in my recovery I have, you know, but it took a while to learn that. Toss those heavy stones. That's right. Drop them rocks.
Sure.
Hope you guys are having an awesome Sunday. You know, we just try to get up here and spread some positivity Sundays. Usually have a topic or something like that. And you know how it is. We always get off the topic and go into whatever, you know, comes up on conversation. Forgive yourself and keep moving forward. Absolutely. That's what we were talking about earlier is, you know, there's a couple things I haven't yet, but I'm working on it, you know, and that's at least if I can't fly, I run. If I can't run, I walk. If I can't walk, I crawl. As long as I'm moving forward, I'm making progress, you know, and sometimes we take a step or two back, and that's just doing the cha-cha. And it's okay to dance, because dancing is good. Just keep moving. Don't give up.
Straight cash, homie. We're gonna give away send somebody some money this morning.
Oh yeah, tagging Wayne. Good afternoon, brother.
What up, tagging Wayne? Good afternoon. It just turned afternoon 19 minutes ago.
Yes, sir.
Usually Sundays feel like one long morning.
That's right, Christina. We're perfectly imperfect, and that's okay.
Cheers to that.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. Oh, big hit, big hit. I might have followed that up with a dab. Give me some of the boys this week.
I'm gonna put my name in the hashtag too, and if it hits, I'm gonna make it $10.
Oh hell yeah!
See if luck will. Am I in the right stream? Yeah, but
Yeah. On a Chuck Rock trick.
Oh, there we go. I'm in the contest.
Right on. Good luck, y'all.
I'm gonna give it one more minute here, and then we'll hit it.
Right on.
Dab time, smoke break. Cheers,
Yeah,
Mike.
you guys, and if anybody's interested, I do a show Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at noon Central Standard Time on recovery from addiction and mental health and awareness. Guys ever get a chance, come over and check it out. Check it out. E. Freezy also does, I think you still do it for, Tuesday night. What time is your show, Eric? He does an emotional management show and talks about
Appreciate it, Eric.
experiences and helps people. So if you guys can check that out. I'm not sure if Freezy put that time in the comments, if you would, please. And then we have our After Dark, Misfits After Dark. Hell yeah, Ralph. We get all goofy as stupid. 5:30 Arizona time. So that would be 7:30. Wait a minute. Arizona, is that different from California time? For some reason, I'm thinking there's a weird time there. Or is that the same as Pacific? In their Mountain Pacific. I get confused when it gets past Central Standard Time. You have your own time, or Arizona time. That's what I thought.
Hey, Christopher, how you doing?
5:36. That would be 6:30 Central Standard Time, I do believe, guys.
Oz, what's going on?
Hey, Oz.
We have our own time. Arizona is that own time.
Oh, yeah.
We got Chuck Rock. He's in the future.
I think you're right, Ralph. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, you don't change. And hopefully we all get to that, E. Freezy. I heard rumors.
Uh,
But I hope they keep it with longer days. I don't want shorter days to stay that way. I want it to stay the longer time.
right.
Once in 16 years. Wow. Yeah, I heard they were talking about getting rid of it totally. So,
Interesting.
daylight savings. That'd be nice. Yeah, the longer days are better. If I want darkness, I can shut my windows off or down or whatever. I can put something up. I can create darkness better than I can sunlight. We know that, us growers, because we're always trying to recreate that sun, which you can't do it. The closer you can get to HPS, I think, or CMH.
Right. Let's see
Yeah,
who
it's
wins
nice
this.
to get off work and still have daylight to unwind. I bet, Christina, that's always a good thing.
Let's spin this real quick and see who hits this.
Right on.
51 entries. Good luck, everybody.
Alice, if you're on the East Coast, you're 2 hours, 3 hours away from California, though. Yeah, that would be. I think it'd fuck some people
There
up.
would.
Perry would. I wouldn't, but Perry would. Yeah, Perry.
Hey, Roo! I feel like you start chanting his name.
Yeah, that's Eastern time. Oh, okay.
Where's Perry Wood? Perry Wood is still here.
We might not be here.
Give it a time. Oh,
Hello again, Christy.
All right, I'm gonna hit the timer.
Alrighty.
You should give it somebody a little more chance to come in. I'm gonna give one more minute and then we'll hit it again. Maybe it'll hit on me. If it hits on me, or said E Freezy said he would double it too if it hit on him, and if it lands on me, I'll do the same.
Right on.
Hash and dash. Debbie said. Well, sometimes it takes me 45, 50 minutes to give something away, so sometimes it happens. I've done the same thing, but one time I actually almost hash and dashed. I came right in at the last time he was calling, like, are you still here? I came in and got it.
No, Loretta, there's still a chance. The timer's going.
I got 15 seconds. I'm going to hit it again. 50 entries. All right, I'm going to hit it. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody.
Stephanie Collins.
Collins. I thought I just seen her name too. Debbie Smashy Smash. If it lands on me, I will do the same. Stephanie Collins, are you in here? Yep, there she is. Oh. Congratulations, Stephanie.
Send me your do you have a hash, a Venmo or a Cash App or a PayPal? I can send you it. Whichever one you prefer.
Congratulations. Hell yeah. Hi, Margaret. I didn't see you sneak in here. Right on. Congratulations, Stephanie. Cheers to you. Oh, shit.
Well, either one of the other two will work. Like I said, I can send it to you any of those 3 ways. If I have to, I'll even mail it to you.
Oh, yeah. Hey, thanks, E. Freezy. Much love, brother. Right on. Congratulations. Thank you guys, everybody, for showing up and coming in, hanging out. Remember, try to learn to forgive yourselves, and remember that forgiving other people is for yourself as well. And remember that it's always a process and it doesn't have to happen overnight.
I'm gonna make it $6. I'll send you $6. That'll pay for a coffee since it's a little more expensive.
Yeah. You know that because you went and got Starbucks today, didn't you?
Yeah, about $6 for your normal size cup now.
All right. Inflation.
Yep, I'm
Hey,
gonna
you
get
too, Jessica.
got a lot of stuff. I gotta make some mushroom bags today and sterilize them, and I got stuff to do in my garden as well.
Yep.
As well as go eat something. That's what I'm gonna do first.
Yeah.
Eat a bunch of food.
I think I'm gonna go up and go get my protein or my fruit fusion juice plus. I'm gonna get me a shake and maybe something to eat, and then I'm gonna go upstairs and do some gardening. Got some transplanting to do and some clones to make. Get ready to ship, and then some clones to get ready for an event coming up. So, oh yeah. It's gonna be a busy day.
Yeah, hopefully spring comes back because I don't like this weather, so need some warmer temps.
Yeah, I know. Fucking winter's drunk again. It's falling over into spring. Yes.
All right. Yeah, I hope everybody has a beautiful day as well. Congrats as well. Appreciate it, Marianne. Appreciate it. Gotta go sex some plants.
Oh, nice, Oz. I don't know how you do it, Oz, but Alex Jordan taught me a trick. He said, what I do is I'll soak my seeds until I get the taproot. I'll put it into maybe about a half a cup or 3/4 cup of solo cup of dirt. And I leave that room because it's going to stretch a little bit when it first comes out. And then I can put a little dirt around and stabilize that sprout. And stay in that solo cup. I let it stay in that solo cup a little bit longer than you normally would before you transplant it. And it'll stress it into sexing itself. And then you can tell if it's got the little things, and it saves a lot of dirt and time. It works really well. And it's just a little stress. The bottom leaves might get funky, but you're going to take that off anyway when you defoliate and you lollipop it anyway, if you lollipop.
Afternoon.
Worked out good. Hi, Karen.
All right, guys. Well, appreciate everybody coming in today. Don't forget to hit that like, love, reaction button on the way out. And go check out Rostig tomorrow at 1 or 12.
Noon Central Standard Time.
And as well, I'm probably going to do a random live in the next few days in the Mushroom Lounge. So I'll probably see you guys sometime then. But I'm going to end it here with the Coughee Time intro. And I'll see you guys later. Much love, guys.
Much love, everybody.
Wandering on the beach. The ocean sprays. The birds speak. We look inside and rise in peace. Eyes open to realize hope as we walk in beauty wherever the path leads. Creator is guiding me on this journey. That's all I need. Warmth beneath my feet as I look into the skies. Tears fill my eyes, and love fills my mind. The drum sounding so astounding, heart pounding with relief. Ears open to catch the lessons. 5 fingers, counting my blessings. I believe with time and effort, we can achieve.